Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about dimes that might even be in your drawer, but you've probably never realized just how valuable they can be. Yes, friends, before you think about selling those dimes or letting them get lost, it's important to know their true worth. So sit back, relax, and discover the hidden, small mistakes that make these dimes sell for not just thousands, but millions today. Watch the video till the end, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Because here, we reveal the secrets of every valuable coin, which is crucial for any collector.
First, let's talk about the 1974 dime. At first glance, it may appear ordinary, but for serious collectors, it is far from that, as it contains subtle details, minor errors, and variations that can increase its value into thousands or even millions of dollars. The first thing to check is the mint mark. Most 1974 dimes were struck at the D Denver and S San Francisco mints, each with its own rarity and collector demand. Examine the obverse carefully. Washington's profile may seem standard, but lettering, date placement, and slight doubling are small differences that can significantly increase the coin's value. On the reverse, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch may have subtle variations, die cracks, or doubling that make this coin stand out from ordinary dimes. Even the edges can reveal tiny scratches or imperfections that most people overlook. Big yet, are highly prized by collectors. While this coin is often found in circulated condition, uncirculated or MS65 plus, graded coins can see their value rise exponentially as every small detail and anomaly becomes crucial. Metal composition is also important. Beyond the standard copper, historical mint errors and striking anomalies add to its uniqueness. Collectors examine subtle strike variations, die cracks, double die or repunched mint marks to determine auction potential. These seemingly minor imperfections often make a coin extremely valuable. Some rare 1974 dimes have fetched thousands or even millions at auction. Best such as APR 701974 S-Proof, dime selling for over $2,079, or an inverted double strike, 1974D dime reaching $1,450 plus. This coin is more than a piece of metal. It is a historical artifact, an investment, and a hidden treasure. Understanding its true value requires careful study of its nuances, mint mark, strike quality, die cracks, and minor errors. Every tiny mark, subtle variation, and slight anomaly contributes to its rarity, transforming an ordinary dime into a high-value collectible, while casual holders may overlook it. Experienced collectors recognize that each minor detail and its historical context can make it extraordinary. The 1974 dime perfectly illustrates how a seemingly ordinary coin can hold hidden value, and those who understand its secrets can turn their collection into something truly valuable. This coin is not only a numismatic treasure, but also a rare investment opportunity, showing that sometimes the most ordinary-looking item can be the most valuable. Now, let's move on to the next coin, the 1978 dime. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 10-cent coin, but behind it lies a story. That has made it a rare and highly sought-after piece for collectors. 1978, boyo, was a time when coin production in the United States was running at full speed. Yet during this period, a surprising anomaly appeared. Some 1978, dimes were struck with hidden errors. Yes, experts have noted that a few coins exhibit double die errors and subtle striking variations. This means these coins are not ordinary dimes. They are a mix of rare striking errors and variations. And this is exactly what drives their value sky high. Edges and surfaces of these coins have a slight shine, and if examined carefully, metal variations and striking anomalies become visible, clearly different from standard nickel-copper coins. Most astonishingly, 11978S proof dime sold at auction for over $2,500. This is why collectors often refer to these coins as hidden gems or mystery dimes. Some 1978 dimes also feature double die errors, particularly visible in the lettering of Liberty and the date, where faint doubling can be observed. These tiny details are what can turn an ordinary coin into one worth thousands of dollars. If you happen to own a 1978 dime, examine it closely. Do its edges or surfaces show unusual shine or subtle striking anomalies? Does it have a mint mark, D or S? And is there a hint of another year or hidden pattern on the coin? If so, you may have one of those rare era coins with a market value ranging from $1,000 to $5,000 or more. This coin is a secret, as it represents a rare combination of subtle errors, mint variations, and striking anomalies that occurred due to a minor minting anomaly. One coin, yet containing hidden variations, rare mint marks, and striking errors. This is what truly defines the 1978 dime, and it's exactly what makes it priceless for collectors. So inspect your coin carefully. Sometimes small mistakes remind us that errors don't always bring loss. Best sometimes. That very mistake can change your fortune. Now, let's move on to the 1989 dime, a coin that at first glance may appear ordinary, but hides an extraordinary story within its metal art. On the surface, it looks like a standard 10-cent piece, but to collectors and numismatics, this coin carries secrets that can turn a simple pocket change into a highly valuable treasure. When the 1989 dimes were minted, slight variations in die pressure, striking speed, and planchet quality led to the creation of coins with subtle yet remarkable anomalies. On the obverse, Washington's profile may appear slightly hazy or shadowed in certain areas, and faint doubling can often be observed on Liberty or the date. But on the reverse, careful examination reveals minor die cracks, extra lines near the torch, olive branch, or oak leaves, details invisible to casual eyes, but highly prized by experienced collectors. Some 1989 dimes even display unusual metallic characteristics. While most are standard nickel, certain coins reflect a slightly different sheen, almost reminiscent of silver, depending on lighting and angle. These slight variations are the result of minor inconsistencies in minting and are what make a coin truly stand out from ordinary circulation dimes. Experts have also noted that a number of 1989 dimes contain double die errors or subtle striking anomalies, where letters in Liberty or the date appear doubled, misplaced, or slightly misaligned. These subtle imperfections are incredibly significant because they can increase the coin's collector value exponentially. Some of these coins have sold at auctions for $1,000 to $2,500, while pristine, uncirculated, or error coins can fetch even higher amounts, sometimes exceeding $3,000 or more. Holding one of these coins feels different, almost as if it carries a quiet energy or a story locked inside the metal. Under the right light, hidden lines become visible. Minor imperfections reveal themselves, and it feels as though the coin is quietly communicating its history to collectors. This is more than just a dime. It's a piece of history frozen in time, capturing the exact moment of its creation and the slight deviations that make it unique. Every detail matters. The edges, the surface texture, the faint shine, the mint mark, even the smallest anomalies. A careful eye can detect repunched mint marks, subtle variations in metal distribution, or faint die cracks, all of which transform an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. This 1989 dime reminds us that value often lies in what is overlooked. A coin that seems ordinary to most may be hiding significant history, rare errors, or subtle features that make it priceless to the right collector. Perhaps in your wallet, a drawer, or an old coin box. A 1989 dime sits quietly. Let's talk about the 1975 dime, a coin so small and ordinary at first glance, yet hiding one of the greatest mysteries in American coinage history. Most people see it as just another Roosevelt dime, but collectors with a sharp eye know better. This little piece of metal carries a secret, a minting anomaly that turned a simple 10-cent coin into a treasure worth nearly $500,000. The year 1975 was a time of rapid innovation at the mint. Precision and quality control were being pushed to new limits. Especially for proof coins. Those special editions struck exclusively for collectors. Every proof coin was expected to be flawless, perfectly detailed, mirror-like, and proudly marked with the S-Mint mark for San Francisco. But fate had other plans. From somewhere in that process, a few coins were struck without the S-Mint mark, as if the symbol had vanished into thin air, or perhaps was never engraved in the first place. These became known as the No S dimes, and they sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. To date, only 2 authentic examples are known to exist. One of them sold in 2011 for over $456,000, making it one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever discovered. Imagine a simple 10-cent coin that turned into nearly $500,000 because of a single missing letter. Experts believe this happened when a blank proof die, one that had not yet been engraved with the mint mark, was accidentally used during a secret test strike. Those test coins somehow escaped the mint and made their way into collectors' hands. Some claim it was pure accident. Others whisper that someone inside the mint knew exactly what they were doing. The truth, to this day, remains a mystery. When you hold a 1975 dime under light, something almost eerie happens. Around Roosevelt's portrait, a faint halo-like glow appears. The letters in Liberty seem slightly sharper, almost re-engraved, while the phrase, "In God we trust," sometimes shows the faintest hint of doubling, a ghostly echo of a second strike. The coin's edges, instead of the usual copper-nickel tone, shimmer with a subtle silvery hue, as if the metal itself is trying to hide its real identity. Some collectors believe the dime wasn't just a mistake. It might have been a hidden experimental strike, part of the Mint's secret research into new metal alloys meant to reduce production costs. These test planchets may have been used by accident or intentionally, resulting in a few mysterious coins unlike any others. Every tiny detail of this dime adds to its legend. Its weight is slightly different from standard dimes. The surface has an unusual texture, and on some examples. Now, let's move to the next coin, the 1983 dime. At first glance, it looks like a small, ordinary coin, one that millions of people use every day, passing from pocket to pocket, disappearing into drawers, or getting lost in the shuffle of daily life. But what if I told you that among these ordinary dimes, are a few that hide secrets worth millions? Would you believe it? The year 1983 marked a delicate turning point in us minting history. The economy was under pressure. The minting machines were running around the clock, and coins were being struck in massive numbers, each one born out of urgency. Yet, among those countless strikes, a handful of 1983 Roosevelt Dimes seemed to carve their own destiny. These were the coins where silent, mechanical errors turned ordinary metal into extraordinary treasures. A quiet mystery that still echoes through the world of numismatics today. Some 1983 dimes were struck with slightly too much or too little pressure, leaving faint lines across Roosevelt's face as if time itself had brushed its fingertips across the metal. The word liberty sometimes shows a shadowed outline. In God we trust carries a subtle ripple beneath it, and the torch on the reverse side can appear slightly misaligned. These are the kinds of details invisible to the casual eye, but to an expert collector, they are clues that whisper, this coin is different. Experts also believe that a few 1983 dimes were struck on experimental planchets, test metals that were never meant to enter circulation. These planchets had a different ratio of nickel to copper, giving the coin a unique tone and weight. Under the light, they shine not with the typical silver hue, but with a strange golden glimmer, like a secret trying to reveal itself. The rarity of the 1983 dime grows even deeper because that year, BUS Mint did not issue any official uncirculated mints sets. That means if you find a 1983 dime in pristine, uncirculated condition, it didn't come from a collector's pack. It came straight from the flow of real circulation, surviving untouched for decades. That alone makes it special. A survivor among millions. Some 1983 dimes also feature off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned, usually rejected by the mint. But a treasure if it slips into circulation. Such coins can sell for anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. And if the error is bold or the doubling visible, their auction value can exceed $15,000 or more. One famous story tells of a collector in 2014 who purchased what appeared to be a normal 1983 dime just out of curiosity. Under a microscope, he noticed the inscription E doubled, every letter slightly shadowed. That dime later sold at auction for $9,200. From that day on, the 1983 dime became known as the Ghost Year coin. And the name fits perfectly because this dime is like a ghost, present in the physical world, yet holding its true identity in another realm. When you hold it in your hand, it feels alive, as if time itself has been sealed inside it. Bo's tiny scratches are not flaws. They are stories of pressure, of metal, of mistakes, and maybe of destiny. The 1983 dime remains a riddle, a whisper from history that collectors still chase. What really happened in 1983? They ask. Why did these dimes, among millions, become extraordinary? Maybe we'll never know, because some mysteries aren't meant to be solved, they're meant to be discovered. So the next time a 1983 dime lands in your hand, don't treat it as just spare change. Look closely, read its letters, turn it under the light, because maybe, just maybe, you're holding a coin that has been waiting decades to reveal its secret. Now let's move toward the next coin. The 1982 dime. At first glance, it seems like just another small piece of metal, ordinary, familiar, and easily overlooked. But hidden behind this unassuming coin is a mystery that forever changed the history of the U.S. Mint. The 1982 dime was born quietly, but yet the story behind it is filled with whispers of error, luck, and something almost supernatural, as if the coin itself carries a secret that time tried to erase. The year 1982 was a turning point in minting history. The U.S. Mint was running at full speed, and machines were striking thousands of coins every hour. But then something unusual happened, a moment so brief it almost went unnoticed. Some 1982 Roosevelt Dimes left the mint without any mint mark at all. No P, no D, nothing. Just Roosevelt's face and an empty space beneath, as if the mark had been erased by time itself. That single missing letter turned this small coin into one of America's most mysterious minting errors. The legendary 1982 no mint mark dime. When collectors first discovered it, chaos spread across the coin world. People began checking their pocket change under bright light, hoping to find one of these strange, blank-marked coins. Those who did realized they weren't holding a 10-cent piece. They were holding a hidden treasure. Today, a 1982 no mint dime in pristine or proof-like condition can fetch anywhere from $500 to $10,000, while exceptional examples, flawless, sharply struck, and with the error clearly visible, have sold for over $20,000 at auction. Experts believe these weren't simple accidents. Some say they were test strikes, experimental coins produced without mint marks to check machine precision. Somehow, a few of those test coins slipped into circulation. That's true. Then the 1982 dime isn't just an error. It's a secret experiment that was never meant to be discovered. Under light, these coins reveal a strange silence, the kind that almost feels alive. The word liberty looks deeper. In God we trust carries a faint ripple beneath it, and Roosevelt's face glows with an unusual luster, as if the metal remembers something the world forgot. Debt. There's another twist to the story. In 1982, Mint made subtle composition changes to the nickel layers, but some coins came out lighter, others darker. A few even showed layering or clad errors, where the metal layers were uneven or split, creating a two-tone effect, copper and silver fused in strange harmony. These coins are now collector dreams, each one valued in the thousands for their rarity and uniqueness. One famous case in 2016 tells it all. A collector bought a 1982 dime out of curiosity, but under a microscope, he noticed something off the coin was lighter in weight. It turned out to be struck on a foreign metal planchet, a blank meant for another country's coin. That mistake later sold at auction for $18,400. All of this points to one truth. The 1982 dime is no ordinary coin. It's a mystery, a silent witness to the moment when human error and machine precision collided to create something extraordinary. When you hold it in your hand, i.e., it feels like any other dime, but the weight of history hums beneath its surface. It's as though time itself was captured in metal, a frozen second that still whispers to those who listen closely. Debt. What makes the 1982 dime truly special? Quiet, yet alive. Ordinary, yet priceless. So the next time a 1982 dime finds its way into your hand, don't just toss it into your change jar. Hold it up to the light. Examine its edges. Listen to its silence. Because you might be holding a piece of time itself, a coin that escaped the boundaries of history to find you. And if you really are the one who finds it, remember, some coins don't just hold value, they hold the echoes of history. Maybe, just maybe, your 1982 dime is one of them.